Yeah, come. I think we can all stand here. It'd be nice. Yes. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Last week, I had received different communications and letters from different political parties, including the Indian National Congress and the PDF, HSPDP, and other political parties uh, to call an all-party meeting to discuss the current law and order situation that's there in the state. I first of all would like to thank the political parties for their concern for the state and for the people. And based on this positive move that was recommended, I decided to call this meeting today. And I thank all the political parties that participated. It was a very positive meeting. All the political parties expressed their concern over the law and order situation and expressed their solidarity to ensure that whatever can be done from their side to bring peace and normalcy to the state and to Shillong City, they would be very happy to participate and work with the government jointly, as this is an issue that concerns every citizen of the state. Good suggestions were given. We had a lot of discussion on the incidents that took place in Ishamati and in Shillong City. They expressed their concerns about different situations like the curfew, on how it had affected the livelihood of the people. They expressed their concerns about the internet ban and proposed that if there could be other mechanisms to ensure that that internet would not be affected, but maybe situations where the social media could be controlled. At the same time, other suggestions like reaching out to different Rangbashnongs, leaders, religious leaders, leaders from these NGOs, time to time to ensure that proper communication and proper channels are maintained. Suggestions like ensuring that marketplaces are created in different district headquarters so that the livelihood of the people is not affected. Suggestions were given regarding issues in Langpi, where there were some suggestions about coordination committees to be set up and suggestions that meetings should take place at the highest level between the two chief ministers. And we informed them that yes, the discussions are on, and very soon we will be meeting the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, and a letter from this regard has been sent from the Chief Secretary's side. At the same time, there were some concerns regarding the supply that was there in Ishamati and other affected areas, also regarding the number of armed forces that came in. So a number of aspects were discussed in the meeting, and I must say it was a very, very positive meeting. Every single member and leader who was present was very concerned about the state, was very concerned about the people, and concerned about the overall law and order situation. I once again thank the different leaders from the different political parties. We had senior former ministers, we had senior party leaders, MLAs who participated, and all have really given a very positive response. And we have taken the suggestions down. Have been very good suggestions, and definitely the government will look into all those suggestions given there, examine them, and try to take them forward. Very good suggestion given by some of the leaders that as political leaders of the state, meeting like this sends a very positive signal to the people. We may be from different political parties, we may be from ruling, we may be from opposition, but when it comes to the issue of the people, when it comes to peace in the state, we are all together. And we would like to jointly appeal to the people of the state, to different organizations, and to different stakeholders that let us keep our state and our people ahead of us and ensure that we all work unitedly to ensure that there is peace and normalcy in the state. So this is another joint kind of statement that we would like to give, and the message that comes out from this particular all-party meeting that we're having. Apart from the different concerns and suggestions given by the political leaders, we would like to give this message as a joint statement from all the political parties.
Main party in the opposition extend full support to the Honorable Chief Minister, the Cabinet and the Government of Meghalaya. As we had made our stand very clear, we will not compromise on peace. We appeal to the citizens of this beautiful state to come together as one. Jointly, we will all participate and support the government in ensuring that there is peace in the state and that we will not take the law in our own hands. And we appreciate the efforts put in by the Honorable Chief Minister and the government of the day on this matter, and we will render full support to the government.
See, number one, when the situation happened in Ishamati, of course, we're waiting for the actual report to come in. You're aware that the meeting ended off peacefully. There was the initial reports coming to us was the meeting ended off peacefully. After most of the leaders and officials had left, some kind of argument took place. So therefore, number one, the fact that the meeting went off smoothly at that point shows that that steps were taken to ensure that things were done properly. But yet, some arguments took place. How it happened, why it happened, we have to see from the report. Number two, if you look at the reactions that took place in the city after that, were incidents which were stray, which were incidents which were not actually connected in any way directly to any organization specifically, or connected to any incident specifically. These were more or less stray incidents, and we are investigating on those aspects. But these were stray incidents. So therefore, if you look at the entire sequence of events that took place, more or less the situation was controlled because a lot of measures were taken at a detailed level in different departments. Angles were considered. Things like the examinations that took place, where a lot of effort was put in to ensure that the students' safety was there. Buses were provided, Rangbashnongs were called, requested to at least provide some kind of safety for our children during the examination time. Police, of course, did their part, but if the locality people are involved, then it makes more sense. So these kind of different steps were taken, and that's why we could see that situation did not go beyond a certain point. Now, maybe people will read it in one way or the other, but I think the government has been able to contain the situation. There were incidents, which again, as I said, were stray incidents, which cannot be directly looked at in an organized manner, that it was conducted in an organized manner. And now in the past few days, we've seen that curfew has been lifted completely. Internet ban has been lifted completely. And I think these kind of measures sometimes need to be taken because we cannot take things for granted. And it was done in the best interest of law and order and in the state. So therefore, I think I would tend to disagree by you saying that we did not. No, I'm just that this is a situation. So I think overall the government has done its part, and law and order is something that is sensitive, and I think the best efforts have been done. And once again, I would like to thank all the stakeholders, because this is not just the government. When law and order comes in, it involves society as a whole. So we saw the political parties, we saw the Rangbashnongs, we saw the organizations. I must say, the organizations also have understood that taking the law into their hands and reacting in any way would not serve the purpose. And they have been very, very supportive in this whole system. All different stakeholders have been supportive, and that's why we've been able to contain the situation and bring back normalcy to the state to a large extent. So I think now we need to ensure that in the future measures are taken so that these kind of incidents do not take place.